Today, many truths and myths are circulating on the internet on what supplements are worth undertaking to improve your fitness aspirations from an efficacy as well as a safety perspective. One of the main reasons for this is that it is obviously a very lucrative market, since many companies won't think twice before putting out the false narrative, largely based on anecdotal evidence to benefit their year-end margins. As a result, it can be pretty hard to separate the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. Therefore, today we will look at one of the most popular supplements around when it comes to improving athletic performance from an evidence-based perspective: creatine. But first, as always, please take note of our disclaimer. To begin, what is creatine? Creatine is a naturally occurring compound in our bodies that one also partially gets from the typical diet. A rough estimate is that our bodies produce half of the creatine we have, while the other half we get from food. If you're wondering what foods are best to get it from, think protein-rich foods like red meat, seafood, and animal milk. Once consumed, it's eventually stored in the blood, brain, and testes, but skeletal muscle makes up the bulk of its availability, with as much as 95% of it. The reason why it has become so popular in the fitness industry is that it assists in creating ATP, aka the energy currency of life. Accordingly, this helps your skeletal muscles contract better and receive a more steady supply of energy while exercising. Many people also choose to supplement with creatine when they feel they aren't getting enough through diet alone or because they exercise a lot. Supplements range from powders and capsules to tablets, liquids, and energy bars. Yet be aware that there are actually different types of creatine supplementation you can come by. The most popular though, and the focus of this video, is creatine monohydrate, since it has been the most extensively studied. Nevertheless, you might then ask, but if we already get it from our body and our diet, why would anyone supplement with it in the first place? Well, doing so will enhance levels of it in your muscles. Research shows by as much as a third, in fact, which is a meaningful increase. As such, this is why many people supplement with creatine to get more bang from their buck from their workouts. And there is research backing this up. A study by Wax et al. In 2021 investigating the impact of creatine on exercise and sports performance in healthy populations indicates that creatine supplementation increases maximal force production and facilitates more significant improvements in strength. A review of 22 studies on this found that concerning 1, 3, or 10 rep max, those who supplemented with creatine had 8% better outcomes than those who didn't. Indeed, on first thought 8% mightn't sound like much, but to put that into perspective, that could mean the difference after some time between someone benching 80 kilos or 86.5 kilos just through its supplementation. Additionally, Wax and colleagues propose that creatine provides benefits during single and repeated sprints and may increase agility and jumping performance, improve aerobic endurance, and aid recovery. Further, another study found that when football players were evaluated, creatine users had significantly less cramping, dehydration, muscle tightness, muscle strains, and total injuries than non-users. Yet, despite these impressive benefits of creatine supplementation on exercise, there are a number of other FAQs on its effect on other matters that we'll get into now. But just on a quick side note, if you'd like to undertake our evidence-based and results-backed personalized Plato weight management program, please click the link in the top right-hand corner of the video or follow the link in the description. First off, is it safe most importantly? Most notably, its biggest concern has long been its effect on kidney function. This is because since healthy kidneys filter creatine, excess levels of it from supplementation were believed to overload them and ultimately cause negative wear and tear over time. Yet, after 20 years of research, Antonio et al. In 2021 outlined that there have been no adverse effects on kidney health from recommended doses of creatine supplements. Further, a study by CREATINE in 2017 states that available short and long-term studies in healthy and diseased populations, from infants to the elderly, at doses ranging from 0.3 to 0.8 grams per kilo per day for up to 5 years, have consistently shown that creatine supplementation poses no adverse risks to other areas of health also. Nonetheless, even though creatine appears safe across a broad range of populations when taken responsibly, we always advise speaking to your doctor before embarking on any new dietary supplement. Next of all is whether creatine is an anabolic steroid. Given that both provide advantages to exercise, you can see how some could put them under the same umbrella. However, they both have different chemical structures and improve the musculoskeletal system through different mechanisms. Anabolic steroids are artificial forms of testosterone that work to affect muscle through muscle protein synthesis, whereas, as we've mentioned earlier, creatine aids muscle by enhancing the capacity for ATP. Besides this, their legality is also what separates them. Anabolic steroids are illegal to possess and administer without a physician's prescription, while there are no legal ramifications for the possession or ingestion of creatine. So, simply put, creatine and anabolic steroids are not the same. Next, the third question that often arises on the subject of creatine supplementation is whether it leads to water retention. Indeed, on the one hand, research shows that water retention is actually the most common side effect of creatine. But on the other, this effect has only been demonstrated during the first few days. Longer trials, like those conducted between 5 and 10 weeks, have shown no increase in total body water. So, although there is a chance of creatine supplementation increasing your total body water, it's likely only to be short-lived. Finally, the last query people have when it comes to creatine supplementation is if there's a chance it'll lead to hair loss. This speculation primarily arose from a study conducted back in 2009, where college-aged male rugby players were given either creatine supplementation or a placebo of glucose. The study's results demonstrated that the ones who took creatine experienced an increase in DHT by about 56% over the ones who didn't. This is relevant as DHT can attach to androgen receptors in hair follicles and cause them to shrink, and hence lead to hair loss. However, these results have not been replicated in any other study, and no study has specifically demonstrated hair loss in humans from creatine supplementation. So overall, this really shouldn't be a concern of yours. Have you had any positive or negative experiences with creatine? We'd love to hear from you in the comment section down below. Additionally, if you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. So that has been our video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.